Good morning and welcome to week 3. Excuse me, I'm a day behind. I apologize for that. I see that 2 people have already posted. Good job. The rest of you, don't panic. It's not due until Wednesday. Week 3, we're going to talk about least restrictive environment and specially designed services. There's a special section in the IEP that talks about least restrictive environment. And when we think about least restrictive environment, we need to think about a continuum of full inclusion. They're in all of the classes that their typical peers are in, all the way to institutionalized. Least restrictive environment by the federal government standard does not mandate that every single student be fully included. I think we need to the greatest extent possible include our students with special needs with their typical peers. Least restrictive environment might mean pullout. I think we've kind of gone crazy in public ed thinking that LRE means total inclusion, and that's not what it means. We have to look at it an IEP, a student at a time. So please remember that. Specially designed services, we'll talk about frequency and duration. Frequency, if you think about speech services. Frequency, how many days a week are we going to offer speech services? So frequency might be 2 times a week. Duration would be how long is that time? 30 minutes. So we're going to look at specially designed instruction. So what is it about the instruction that is special, that is different than their non-disabled peers receive? So that's some of the language you'll read about. So 3 assignments this week. I know last week was pretty difficult for most of us. Looking at that ETR, which had a lot of information in it, and having to pull out of that ETR, what do I need in there to write an IEP for a student I've never met? And that will happen in real life. You will be asked to do that. So thank you for hanging in there and working through that. That's part of the learning process. Learning is hard and you all stuck with it. So good job. So this week there are 2 posts. One is about least restrictive environment and what does that mean to the student and to the student's achievement. And then you have 3.2, which is IEP practice again. And then the assignment this week is looking at a case study. It's social studies and it's a student named Max. We're going to ask you to look at the high school ETR, which we're typically saving for the final project. But you will find that under, if you look at week 1, above week 1, it'll say important information. And in there is a high school ETR. So please use that. And I think that's it. Your case study is an APA paper about Max. Trying to think if there's anything else. You're going to look at Max about accommodations, modifications. You're going to look at his least restrictive environment. I believe the teacher is asking for a paraprofessional. You're going to defend that or not. Not every student needs a paraprofessional or an aide in the room. You're also going to submit your case study on chalk and wire, so be ready to do that. If you need help with that, let me know. The earlier the better. And if you need me, please reach out. I do see that some of you have posted under Ask the Instructor. I apologize. I don't get notices when you post in there, so I'm tardy in doing that, and I apologize. I will be checking that a couple times a week now. So I wish you the best, and let me know if you need me. Thank you.